Hi, I'm Jennifer Bay Williams. I'm a mathematics educator at the University of Louisville, and I'm also an author of a number of books about teaching math for teachers, like Teaching Student-Centered Mathematics, Math Fact Fluency, and some others. I've partnered with hand2mind, Teach at Home, to share with you ways to make sense of division involving fractions. Today we're going to explore a number of contexts to help us understand what it actually means to divide by a fraction. It is week 9, day 5. Join me. Solving division problems involving unit fractions. What do these problems mean? 1/2 divided by 4 and 4 divided by 1/2. Yesterday, I shared an unfortunate rhyme with you. My task is not to wonder why, just invert and multiply. And this is wrong. If this is the way we end up dividing fractions, then we end up never using that algorithm. And so that rule helps us not at all. When we understand what these problems mean, they become useful to us in real situations. Let's have a look. Let's start with 1/2 divided by 4. And let's start with the concept of what it means. This means we're dividing 1/2 into 4 equal shares. Remember, we talked about sharing as a great context for thinking about dividing by a whole number. We could take half of a circle, for example, and share it 4 equal ways. Each of those sections represents 1/8. You might say, wait, 1/8, they look like fourths. But remember that we are finding out how much of the whole circle. So if you start with 1/2, share it 4 ways, each person's share of the whole is 1/8, 1/8 of the whole. A situation that fits this? Well, it looks like a pizza. Fair sharing a half pizza with 4 friends. Each person's fair share is 1/8. But we can use other situations besides pizza or other circles. We can use a number line. This makes me think of miles and other distances. So here is our 1/2 marked off, and you can see that it is partitioned into 4 other sections within the 1/2. So we're sharing equally the distances from 0 to 1/2. Each length is 1/8. And again, you might say, wait a minute, there's only 4 of them. But if we were to finish to the whole, you would see that each section is 1/8 of the whole because it takes 8 of them to reach the whole. A situation that fits this? How about this one? As a fundraiser, our school STEM club offered to clean 1/2 mile of trash along a highway. We split into 4 groups and want to divide the work equally. What is each group's portion to clean? Well, each group will get 1/8 of a mile. Another way to help us think about the meaning of the division problems to make them easier to solve is to use sentence frames. So as we have said each day this week, we're thinking about sharing. So here is a sentence frame to help us think through what our division of a unit fraction by a whole number means. You can pause the video and fill in the blanks, or you can read along with me. I am sharing 1/3 among 2 people. This means I'm dividing 1/3 into 2 equal shares. How about this one? 1/4 divided by 6. I am sharing 1/4 among 6 people. This means I'm dividing 1/4 into 6 equal shares. Wow. Let's go back to pizza as a context. A fourth of a pizza shared 6 ways. A person's share is 1/24. I sure hope that's a very large pizza. Back to our 2 types of division problems that we are going to understand. We are now going to go to our second style, where you have a whole number divided by a unit fraction. Here we have 4 divided by 1/2. What does that mean? Well, in this situation, we've talked about a measuring context. We're finding out how many halves are in 4 wholes. So we'll start with circles again. Here's our wholes. We have 4 of them, and we're trying to figure out how many halves are there. So we split them in half and count them up. You can see that for each whole, we get 2 halves. So altogether, we end up with 8 halves. What's a situation that matches this illustration? Well, we can go back to pizzas. or cookies or quesadillas. If a serving size is 1/2, how many servings will we have if with our 4 pizzas or cookies or quesadillas? Remember, servings are a good way to think about dividing by a unit fraction. Again, we do not need to use circles. We can do a number line. In this case, it looks like a road. And again, we're thinking about 4 divided by 1/2. So in this road, let's say it's 4 miles, we're going to mark off every half mile. And we want to figure out how many lengths there are to reach 4 miles. A story that might fit this: the county is posting signs every half mile along a stretch of highway. How many signs are needed for a 4-mile stretch? No sign at the start, by the way. You'll have to add one on for that. So we can see that for each mile, you'll need 2 signs. So overall, you'll need 8 signs. We could also represent a length story, like posting signs, with fraction bars. All we need to do is look at these bars and think about the fact that each one is a mile, and we still partition them into half and see that we will have 8. Or we could go to our favorite context, my favorite context of sandwich servings. How many servings if you have 4 whole sandwiches and a serving size is 1/2? Well, we cut them in half and we end up with 8 servings. I'd like to point out a little bit more about language. When talking about dividing, sometimes the language is very similar. For example, 4 divided by 1/2 is dividing it by half, and 4 divided by 2 is dividing it in half. These words are confusing, and sometimes for us, it becomes difficult to know when we're dividing by 2, when we're multiplying by 2. My suggestion is avoid these statements altogether, and instead use the conceptual language we've been talking about. So for 4 divided by 1/2, how many halves are in 4? And for 4 divided by 2, how many groups of 2 or how many 2's are in 4? And again, think servings. All right, time to apply our thinking. I have sentence frames here for each of the types of situations that we have talked about: the sharing situations and the measuring situations. So what I would like for you to do is pause the video and talk through each one of these. If you get stuck, then an illustration or a situation can help you get unstuck. I'm going to talk through these. Hopefully you've had a chance to do that. Let's see, I'm looking at the very first one, 10 divided by 1/4. Well, I see that fraction in the second position and I'm thinking, that's my measuring opportunity. I'm going to think about that as finding how many fourths. So I'm going to option 2. I am finding out how many fourths are in 10. This means I'm counting how many fourths are in 10 holes. So I get 4 fourths in 1 hole, 40 fourths in 10 holes. Well, number 2 looks almost the same. In fact, I could just take my answer to number 1, 40, and divide it by 2 because I have half as many to start with. Or I could again think about the measuring context. Let's go on to number 3. 1/4 divided by 5. Wow, if I'm dividing by 5, I'm thinking sharing. So I'm going to go up to the other frame. I am sharing a fourth, say, of a pizza among 5 people. This means I'm dividing 1/4 into 5 equal shares. So I am going to divide that 1/4 is going to get split, 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 and that's going to give me 1/20 of a portion size, 1/20 of what would be a whole pizza. Number 4 also is back to counting. So I'm going to use the measuring story. I'm finding out how many 8s are in 5. This means I'm counting how many 8s are in 5 holes. So there's 8 8s in 1 hole. That makes 40 8s in 5 holes. All right, I have another set of mixed problems to talk through. The first one, sharing context. The answer is 1/16. The second one, Measuring context. How many tenths in 8? 80. The third one, oh my goodness, 1/10 divided by 10. If that's a pizza, that already is a small slice, 1/10, and I have to share it 10 ways. Wow, 1/100th of that pizza. I hope it's a very large pizza. All right, and the last one, how many fourths are in 20? There's a lot of fourths in 20. 80 fourths are in 20. What have we learned about dividing involving unit fractions? Well, we've seen that if, when we have a fraction divided by a whole number, it means that we have a part of a whole that's getting shared. So the answer is actually this smaller quantity than what we started with, because we started with a piece and we're sort of cutting it into even smaller pieces. We've also seen that the reverse happens with a whole number divided by a unit fraction. We're actually measuring or counting how many fourths are in that many holes, say 5 holes. The answer is how many parts. So that's a larger number. Were you surprised that you could divide and get an answer that's bigger? Sometimes from our whole number work, we draw conclusions that are only true with certain numbers, but they're not true for all numbers. All right, what have we learned in general that's important to remember forever? Division is about sharing and about measuring. Also, illustrations, situations, describing the meaning conceptually help to make sense of the symbols, of the equations. And when you understand the equation, you can solve it correctly and quickly. Did you notice we didn't do any inverting? We didn't do any manipulation. We didn't have to stick a 1 under a number and do something we weren't sure about. No, we understood it. So then we could just use our knowledge of our basic facts to solve these problems. And finally, division involving unit fractions can and must make sense. It's very important to the work that you'll do in algebra. It's also very important to the daily thinking that you do, as can be seen in all the stories we've explored this week. This is Jennifer Bay Williams thanking you for thinking with me about division involving unit fractions. For more resources, visit hand2mind@home.com.